Okay, everyone, welcome to Lyndhurst Community News. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. Summer's here, and this is episode 61. I hope everybody's having a great, hot week. I mean, we can't complain. It is summer, let's face it. And last week, up until then, it really had been, we had some beautiful weather. So, we just have to grin and bear it. That's what summer's all about. Now, just a reminder, for those of you who listened last week, you would remember this, those of you who did not, and that is that throughout July and August, we're going to be doing the news only once every other week, and that's purely because there's really nothing to report in the summer. Everybody's away, traveling, and the biggest event in town for the summer, of course, is coming up, and that is the Music Under the Stars. So I've reported on that. I'm sure by now everybody knows the lineup. But that's also accompanied by the Mount Carmel Feast. And actually, the feast, the church has asked me to send out a call for volunteers. And I think people don't realize that that's a lot of work, especially if you're an older person in the heat, standing on your feet every night, whether it's working a game, working the beer garden, working at the Zeppelas, or whatever it may be. It's an awful lot of work. They need some more volunteers to take the burden off. I will be there. I'll be there 2 nights. I'll be working in the beer garden again like I did last year, well, beer and wine. And so I just implore any of you who want to work and want to help out. You're doing a great service for the church. You're also doing a great service for the community because it's a fun time. You wind up seeing so many people that you haven't seen in a long time. It's kind of like a reunion. It brings so many people back into the township who once lived here, but they return every year for this just great event. Great music, great fun, great food. And don't forget the 50-50 and the Super 50-50s. In fact, last year, the Super 50-50 winner had won $29,000. So why not you? You have a chance, but the only way you could do that is if you get involved and buy. So if you want to help out, contact Mount Carmel Church. They're on Facebook. Or you can call them, and I'll leave the number in the description box, and they would greatly appreciate it. Okay, and Friday night, we had the graduating class of Lyndhurst High School 2024. It is over. And we want to congratulate all of the students and wish them well in their future endeavors. We also want to report on some wonderful news. We've been telling you about Julia Todsman and her amazing athletic prowess all year long. And she was named by the Bergen Record as the Athlete of the Week. So congratulations, Julia. But in addition to that, the Kearney Observer has named 2 Lyndhurst High School athletes as Athletes of the Year. And, of course, one being Julia Todsman and the other one being Anthony Pizzuti as the Male and Female Athletes of the Year by the Observer. And we just wanted to thank everyone involved. Thank the Observer, and all of the coaches, congratulations, as well as Julia and Anthony for making Lyndhurst proud. And we're going to be very interested in following your future endeavors as you go into college, and we will definitely report on them here. And also, we'd like to congratulate Mark Sedonis, who is retiring as the Lyndhurst construction official. Many of you probably dealt with Mark over the years if you've ever needed a building permit. He is the construction official. I think he's held that role for about 22 years. And he's retiring, and not that he's moving out of town, but he's going to be busy taking care of his grandchild, and that gives him a lot to do, and he's very happy about that. So we'd like to thank Mark for his many years of faithful service to the township and wish him, his wife, and his family the very best for retirement. Congratulations, Mark. Now, there is a new business that opened in town on Valley Brook Avenue, right across from the town hall, and the address is 402 Valley Brook Avenue, and this business is the Halal Joint. And if any of you are not familiar with a halal, it's actually an Arabic word that means permissible or lawful. And you could say this is very similar to in the Jewish world, where you have something that's kosher. And it refers to the dietary laws that Muslims follow regarding food and drinks. And so the Halal Joint opened up the other week. It's a family-owned business. And I got to tell you, folks, I've already had it. The food is delicious. They are very nice, friendly people. And I've spoken to many people, especially town employees, who've all tried it out, and they all say the same thing. They all love it. It's great. What's nice is that what they're apparently here, what's permissible for Muslims to eat is something I love, and that's chicken and steaks and you name it. They've got hot wings. They've got chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers. You can get a single stack hamburger or a double stack or even a triple stack. Of course, you can get French fries to go along with it. And they also have a Philly cheesesteak, which I had, which was excellent. They have gyro wraps. They have a rice platter, salad platter, and a joint combo platter. And I got to tell you, too, their prices are excellent. So they're at 402 Valley Brook Avenue, right across from the town hall. So definitely give them a try. If you love chicken, if you love meat and beef, and I think most of us do, then give them a try. They're good. And again, family owned and operated. Very nice people. I went in to meet them last week. So we wish them the best of luck. We want to see all of our local businesses succeed, which is why it's so important to support our local businesses as best as we can. And another local business you've heard me mention many times on here, Steve G's Home Improvements. Now, Steve's done a lot of work for me, and he is excellent. And he asked me if I would let you all know that he's offering 10% off of any job. Now, that could be painting, interior, exterior. It could be building a deck. It could be doing any repair work. It could be replacing windows, roof repair, whatever it may be. He's excellent. He lives in town. He's very creative, and I highly recommend him. So he's offering 10% off if you mention Lyndhurst Community News. And I know that a lot of you have used him, and a lot of you did write his number down in case you do need him. And I thank you for that, and he thanks you for that as well. So I will leave Steve's number down in the description box along with any other contact information that I mention. And don't forget, Tuesday, July 2nd, is the day that the township will be celebrating its Independence Day celebration of fireworks. And that's going to be down on Riverside Avenue by the Little League field. You can't miss it. They're going to start at 6:30. You're going to have food trucks and entertainment. But, of course, the fireworks won't start until dusk. So as soon as dusk comes, the first firework goes up. And also don't forget that if you're looking for a place to park, the Elks Club, which is right across the street there, is going to allow you to park there for $10, a $10 donation to the Elks. This way, because it's really, unless you get there early, folks, it's impossible to find a place to park because you cannot park on Riverside Avenue. But you could park at the Elks for $10. It's a nice donation, and this way you could just walk right across the street. That's very handy if you have young children in strollers or if you have some elderly or handicapped people. So they'll be there. Just pull up. I'm sure somebody will be there to collect your $10. So enjoy the celebrations on Tuesday. And don't forget, that's the July 2nd, not the July 4th. July 2nd is the day that Lyndhurst will celebrate its Independence Day services. Now, that's pretty much the news. As I said, it's coming into the summer. News wanes. People are vacationing. Children are out of school. Sports are over for the summer. Clubs usually go on vacation as well and meet again in September. So again, unless there is something important to report upon, we'll be doing the news once every other week. So there will be no news next week, but we'll do something the following week. And I'm sure we'll find things. I have plenty of things to talk about, Lyndhurst history and other tidbits that I think are important to you. But before we end this week, I just wanted to specifically give a personal tribute to my kindergarten teacher, Jamie Jasinski, who passed away on June 12th. And Jamie had been battling cancer, valiantly battling cancer for many, many years. And finally, unfortunately, she succumbed and passed on June 12th. And I know that Jamie had taught kindergarten to probably thousands of students over her career, I being one. And I know that she left an indelible imprint in my mind and in my memory, as well as all of my childhood friends. All of us were recently communicating online when we found out about her passing. And she was just an extraordinary individual, a loving, giving individual, strong. Well, you had to be strong to go through the battle she did. Funny, fun-loving, and a loving friend, loved to cook, loved to share, loved to cook for people. And she's going to be greatly, greatly missed. And, of course, we knew her as Miss Hart. She wasn't married at that time when she was our kindergarten teacher, but the majority of you would know her as Mrs. Jasinski. And many of you also know her husband, Jazz, Big Jazz, as we all call him, retired Lyndhurst police officer, and a wonderful family, and her 2 sons and her grandchildren. And I just want to extend my deepest condolences, which, of course, I had to the family, but just to do it here formally on the show because she was an amazing woman and a wonderful school teacher, and she is going to be greatly missed by her many, many students, her family, and, of course, her friends. So, Jamie, we love you. We're going to miss you, but we know you are in a much better place, no longer suffering. So that's it, folks. That's the end for this week. Not much going, as I said. Just remember, always check the smoke detector batteries and batteries in the CO2 detectors because they save lives. That's as per our volunteer fire department. And remember, get to know your neighbors, especially summertime when there's a reason to be outside. Introduce yourselves to new people in the neighborhood. Help the elderly if you have elderly neighbors. Check on them, especially in the heat. And continue to make Lyndhurst the great community it is. It's not the homes or the roads or the buildings that matter. It is the people. So until we meet again, folks, in 2 weeks, enjoy your 4th of July and your 2nd of July. And we say God bless you, and God bless Lyndhurst.